Hello, traders. Another great day in mini, but it was ups and downs during the day, and this is why I put it in the subtitle there. Another example how to make swings can change dramatically your performance or performance. And swings are really the key for the consistency. And you see why in this video. Why is the key of the consistency? It really helps a lot, and you'll see why. When I say it was a mixed day, it was because it was, let's say, there's a time in the day when it started very well, making five consecutive good trades at the beginning of the day, doing a good margin for the rest of the day. Was great at the beginning, so I make a kind of margin for starting the regular 10 hours. But then start the regular 10 hours, I start to make some mistakes and make some consecutive losses, trading very bad. And you see why they trade very bad. Takes decisions in terms of entries or management that were not the ones that I usually takes. Um, and that's really bad. So when it's happened, we really need to take a break, and go for lunch, go for something, and came back 10 12 bars later, and see what we can do different. Well, stop and think is really something that we really need to do when you make two or three bad trades in consecutive. You need to stop and think. And then the swing, right? So how to trade a swing and how to manage that is something that I'm really mastering during the years that I've been trading. And usually I don't have any issue holding this swing up or down. I don't have any issue with that. I just try to review by bar. You'll see my explanation, detailed explanation at the end of how I manage this swing, what are the premises that I have behind, and how to decide. So what are your binary decisions you need to take, sometimes using bar by bars. That's essentially the content of this video. I think that is really helpful because what's happened to me today is something that really happens to everyone that is trading and exposed to trades all the time. So, I was in the workshop with Al Brooks in Orlando. He said something that really resonates me. He says something like, I never trade a day in a full performance. So he sometimes in the day he makes mistakes too. So all of us are exposed to that because sometimes we need to take a break, and just make this market to tell us what's next, right? So basically is that. Hope you like it. Please let me know in the comments if this kind of video are really good for you, helps or not. Thanks for your support. Share it with beginners traders or traders that you think that needs to also improve the performance, the trade management. I think that's really important for all of us in order to get consistency. So enjoy it. So let's start the today review with what has been shared in the morning. What was the plan in the morning that I had, and then see what's really happened, right? So here is what I shared in the rules trade room where I'm mostly interacting. Today was the entire day interacting there, so it's very nice. Very nice trader there, and, very talented traders there, and really good questions. And even being with Rose is really amazing. She's one of the best traders that I know. Um, she's really thoughtful in the way that she explained to others how she operates, and the all methodology. So I'm really lucky to be there and interact with the people. Then That was my plan basically. So I was thinking on this swing in the four in the 828, and then this breakout that's happened in the Globex session, in the morning, was looking to sell in that price level, and they will be above this swing here in for 802. Some bulls there, but not so strong. So I was waiting for, I was aware that we can have sellers here in this level price, but I was not looking for, I was not expecting strong bulls there. And then below that is a sell. So that was basically a strong sell below that swing. Basically my plan for the day. So let's see how I did execute that plan, right? So when it goes to the beginning of the day, so there was the first trade that I did is this one. Let me show this bigger. So we see here, yeah, that's better. We see here the point, that swing point that I was looking for to sell. So I sell here in the moving average. These bars, fade them, that bar, and sell that bar. And then we got one leg down, second leg down, and we have a fail here. So I get out above this bar here, pretty much in the break even, right? So this was my first trade. I really like it because we have two legs down. We have a strong spike, 5 bars. So these two legs down, and then this 155 makes me think that perhaps we're gonna have a lower high and then try to get higher prices. That's why I left here. So clear premise. So good exit in my sense, in my opinion, because that premise above this bar, it wasn't something that I was looking for. So I was looking this bar, if this bar fails and goes and make the third leg down as here, and test this 143, I will exit there. But that was the wedge here. So we see here that wedge, right? And then you see three pushes down, double bottom. So this is a wedge double bottom. And even enter late here, both these 161, and then wait for the definition. I didn't know about the news that were coming, so I think that I need to put more attention on that, because it was really amazing how those bars was formed. But I was lucky, and I say at the beginning. So at the beginning was a good trade there, and I take this one, and I was going good. This was taken with mess base. I know, with ES. We didn't have a lot of volatility, so at the beginning of the day, before open, sometimes I used to take with AS to make some kind of margin, let's say that way, right? So get some trade, 5, 10 points, in order to make a good start in the day, and then be prepared for the regular time session. That's my strategy. So in that case here, I went here long, and I have the fortune, let's say, was so lucky, because this bar goes first up, and then took my exit here in the in the in the in this micro gap that was open. I put in my exit there, so it triggered my exit, and I get some great 10 points here, and that was fundamental for the rest of the day, because I had kind of margin to burn. So I can make some bad trades and and still be good. And perhaps that condition a little bit more, a little bit my day because then we'll go there, but then I have some mistake that I usually don't take. Right. Well, that was, and the third one was this one. So look at this. Happen this bar, and then stay put. So let's stay flat. So let's see what's happened, right? And then I think that I took here a short and get out here something like that. I think that is in mass. I used mass and took a short here, but it's yeah in the yeah I took a short here in mass. So I had this one trade, second one trade, third trade here, and the fourth one consecutive, all with gains. Right. So the beginning of the day was awesome because I took the right thing. So I make this trade. I make this trade here. Put a limit order here in the mass, of course. Put my stop right above. I don't know how many points were there, but I really sell here and get out here, something like that. So I get really great points here with mass, with micros, right? And then I get out, and buy above 182. Buy and make a kind of scalp, and that was clear for me. This is using ES because at this time I already think that we can have you know better low volatility at this time and get a triangle. So this 182, I bought that one just looking for one on one of them. So I get it here and scalp out. So make a scalp of 2 bars, 5.75 points was a great. So I have even five trades in sequence, positive trades, and that was the start of my day. Really great day, and I share with the people there, right? So at the start, that's before starting open the regular 10-hour here in this one bar, and that was the start of my mistakes, right? So let me explain that here. So then when it start, when the regular 10-hour opens in the bar one, if we see here in the Globex, we had one leg pull back here, second leg pull back here, third leg. So we can say that we have 3 legs down. And then when we see here this leg here, right? So it's just one leg. So I didn't expect this go up, but at least this fell here below 186, leaving micro gaps opens, to couple of micro gaps opens here. Drive me to think that we could have a second leg up, right? At least here, but didn't happen. So I bought that bar wrongly, right? So I bought that bar wrongly in the mass. That's because new it was in the mass, not in the ES. So no, I didn't operate a mini. My strategy basically is to operate mass when we have a huge volatility that give me the chance to scale in if I need it. So that's basically what I do with mass. With Emini, I'm operating with just one contract right now. So it is basically when I have a good certain of the pattern to use mini that I use. So that's that strategy that I'm setting for using micros or using minis. And then, well, I buy it here. So look at this. I buy the height of the day. So Doesn't make any sense that. But then it was, if we see in the in entire 10 hours here, so we see that we could have a second leg up, and we have it in some way, right? So 186 is 87, 86 is the second leg up, right? So, but it's a trap anyway. So what I did here is, what happened is this bar fails, right? So Rose take this one short quickly. I didn't. So that's the difference, and we need to really think quickly and make the amendment of any mistake. So that was the first mistake that I took, but I would say that's a mistake that it's something feasible to do based on the pattern that we have there. So you make this mistake, you buy high when you shouldn't. If this kind of buy, it's okay to make, but then if you don't have follow through because you're high, you need to take out. So here, for example, you buy here, you need to take out, exit below 2, because you need momentum, you need follow through in that trade. I didn't do that, so I took my stop below 1. So that's awful. Very bad trade in terms of management. Perhaps the entry it's okay, thinking on the context that I really mentioned, but then you need to exit below 2. That's the premise. Premise is momentum, so you need to go up, not fail. So that trade management that was not good. Then I exit there and I sell using M1 here, below the EMA, sell that one and get out in the 4. You know, I don't know, I was perhaps trying to compensate what I lost here. So I get 4 points versus 8 that I lost here. So, but again, I didn't, it was a bad management, a poor management, because there's no reason to get out here. There's no reason. You still needs to wait for the second leg down, right? So, and you have 3 consecutive bear bars, all of them closing in the lows. So you need to wait for the second leg. You put your stop that there up, and then just wait for the second leg down. And I didn't do that, so I had exit here earlier. I didn't know why. And then I think that was it was lunchtime, something like that. So, and then I buy again here above 6 and took 13-point stop here. This is really bad. So you see here, take the first one, take the second one, hit. This is a really poor trade. Here we need to really sell this section, not buy that one. Even it's a really small bar versus what we have in the left. So very bad. Take the second there and goes to lunch. So basically is that. Let me see if I have another trade there. Let me see. No, I think I don't have trade in ES. Let me see here. No, I don't have trade in ES in this leg, right? So we have 1, 2, and this is the third leg. So third consecutive mistake here. I buy here thinking on double bottom of this bar that could be a, let's say, a climax because it was tested immediately. So this is a climax. So I was expecting when it came down to test the bar 9, we can get sellers disappointed and get a trade here. But didn't happen. So we see here L2. This L2 is an II, so it's a L2 reversal pattern here. II trigger and get sellers here. So and left this micro gap open. So there is a strong bear pressure here. You see sells above, not even go above the bars. So you see sellers very eager here. So I buy that mistake, and then but that was the premise. The premise was momentum of reversal. If not, I will exit below 9. That was what I did. This at least was, the entry was awful, but the management was okay in the way that I do this kind of trades. 21 is pretty much the same situation, right? So again, climax, consecutive climaxes. 21 is the biggest bar. So when it comes 22, I buy it above about, and same, let's say same criteria that I use here. So it needs to go up in two legs, test this open of the 21 without making a new low. That was what I'm looking for. But the thing is that we have one, two legs. We could have the third leg. So what's happening here, when I enter with ES, I have a quantity of point that I can take in country. So I enter this in a low probability trade, an exit below this 22. That's basically the trade that I did here, and lost 6 more points. So you see the consecutive losses that I have for batch entry here, right? In the mass was, a mix of bad entries and poor trade management. And here it's a bad entry too, right? But the management was okay here, but bad entry management was okay, bad entry the management was okay. When you took trades like this, low probability, you took 2 stops, and then I make another one here. So I bought about 28. That's bad, but because if you consider the moving average, that's a bad trade too. You are so close, so there is no space there. Even there is no space versus the target here. The immediate target is a 21. So this is a really bad entry too, right? And then I exit here in this 34 L1 below that L1 when triggered. I didn't like that. I was looking for exit. That was a bad trade. And when I have a bad trade, I usually try to exit as soon as possible. So minus 3 points with ES, minus 4, minus 6. So I took here a hit of just indeed more than 13 points. And then I sell. Using M1, I sell, trying to anticipate an L2 here, 36, sell here using M1 without waiting for closing this bar, even trigger another, well, I will not say another mistake. I usually do those trade and works because we're in favor of the trend, and this sell here makes sense for the fails that we have here in the EMA. So this bar goes up 35 and started to fail. So I tried to anticipate using M1 and was immediate reverted. So we can say that this is an L2, right? And L2 fell here in the 38. So I'd exit above the L2 and lost 4 more points, guys. So 4 consecutive trades in ES that I lose here um, in this area. So what we should be do here, just recapping here in the best trades here, the most important trades here, or the trades that we should do. Below 2 as Rose did, stop above, easy. Then 3, below 3, it's a very good bar, stop above. Then I will not take this 4, it's too big. Stop is really, could be above 4, but it's really, it could goes here because 1 was a bull bar. So I will not take the 4, but then the 6, perhaps below that, that's really hard to get too, because the stop is so far there. There is a space to the EMA 2, there is a space to the 1. Perhaps we can have pullback here and sell here without a limit, like we put it here, for example, like this here in 1. So we have room for up here, so it's not a good sell here. But if you are, taking a look in N1, perhaps you can get this flag in the 1 minute chart, and and try to enter below the 6. But I will not recommend this one. And then 7 is a huge bar. I don't know, guys. I don't know even if it makes 101 of that bar. Yeah, it makes here, so you need to get this, but perhaps of the closest. Let me see. Closest did. So if you did this one here, you get it here, and that's good to know for the next. So we have here, this legs is basically profit taking of this 7. So yeah, you could get short in 7. To mark then stop bar, but this is a bar of how many points? Let me see. And based on the points, that's what I'm saying, that is not a good one. Color 15 points. It's not affordable. The risk is too high to get that one. That's why they didn't mark it. So the only way to get these is really using 1 minute chart. So what's out here, that's why I didn't get it. Or perhaps using mass could be something interesting. Well, we have this impulse and then couple of legs up, right? So I don't think I took this. No, I don't took this one, but the testing of this breakout here point will be great. Take it with limit order. If you do it, you're a master. I didn't, but then make an I inside, and below 15 is a sell. It's a L2 bear flag, right? And that was a trade that perhaps it was more easy in this because you have a clear stop here, close to the EMA. So the EMA was okay. So you had here, let me see here. Look at this space 101. Very, very nice trade here. Okay, so this is a good trade. Very good trade here. This climax here, it was a climax as I was thinking of. But then as you need to put sometimes what I'll recommend to do is to project this to below, low, and then project this is 12 points stop. So the only way that you can fade this 21 is put the stop down there. Okay. So there was a trades here. I didn't take. I will not recommend take this 24. It could fail here in the close of 21 because and there were bull sellers getting out here. You can see here this bar goes up. So this 21 could fail and go and make the double bottom and go up. That was what it is. I was expecting that from here, right? So kind of try to make it, but it failed. When it comes this bar was disappointing. So I exited that bar because I was expecting even to get more lower with this some bulls trapped here, right? So okay, so this bar 28, if you can keep the it's about trade for for scalper. It's a low probability trade. So if it's low probability trade, you need to put the right stop, okay, and trust on that. But then you have to see the bar by bar and decide. So I put my stop here below, was tons of points, right? So, but then I didn't like the sequence of the bars. They were not, well, there was here a micro gap, but then this L1, we have couple of legs up that is expected after a wedge in the moving average, so I exited 3 points. I prefer to lose 3 points and wait for the next one. The sale already explained, but that's not a good trade. So perhaps if we had here follow through of this 36 trigger L2 will be a good trade, but we didn't. So here, if you are a trader that wants to anticipate L1, could be one entry here, but I don't know. So or even here in the close of that 33 when 36 came to test, will be okay to take it with a limit order. Okay, so that's that's a trade that I see here. Then when we see to mass here below, and that's why you use mass sometimes when things are I require a good let's say a wide stop or things like that. I prefer to use mass. For example, here I did enter with 3 micros. My stop was really wide below, right? So more than 10 points. I don't know how much. And then when I enter here with 2 more micros, same thing. So I put my stop there. Let's see what's happening. And pretty much I did forget this. And with this 36, what is the point? I get out from these two and stay with 3. And then this 3, no, I get out with 3 here. This 3, get out here, gaining 2 points. And I stay with 2 just to manage the west stop. And if I lose, I will not lose too much. And just let it go. Let it go to them. And I'm gonna explain this later, but the idea was to make the good swing here, 20 points or so here. That was what I'm looking for, so I did a double. And then in ES, I took my stop here, and then when I saw put it order stop order here above the 33. Despite the wedge that we had here, there was climaxes, so it's pretty much trading range price action, right? So despite the climaxes that way, I don't think that this is really a healthy trend, right? So consecutive climaxes, they're always reverting here, for example, testing the climaxes. So I was looking for at least a reversal into the middle of the day here, for example, something like that. So I went long here, right? Waiting for good bar there, and 39 makes me happy. So closing above the channel line here, this is a wedge, 29, 33, 39, right? So we have a wedge here, and then when that 39 has followed through, 39, 40, 41 closes, you see the closes making be off the previous bar despite the the tail above. um, it was a sign, one 5 consecutive bull bars, leaving a micro gap here that we have a bull pressure there. But the breakout just confirmed after failed this L1. This this bar number 42 was a L1 and failed. When you have a micro channel and a L1 fail, we can say that it's a healthy trend, and this is a kind of tight bull trend. That's it. So we can say after 42, market change. So 43, it was the bar that really makes a breakout, right? So this was the breakout bar of a failed wedge. When it happens, I usually make, or that's what I'll recommend, make the wedge fail measure move up like this. So what's the first, let's say, target that I have was this, but we had a lot of targets here. So we have the time micro gap, 6, we have this major resistance here where the wedge started, 1, 2, 3, this wedge, so it's the target of the wedge, and then you have that micro gap open in the 1, love the 1. That was my final exit, right? So I was running out of the time, so I exited with 30 points. Yes, here I did buy twice here, something like that. One I get out here in this 42 just to kind of, just to left just one contract, mini contract, just for that, not because I was thinking that it's gonna revert or something, but just to take out some risk. I was kind of high here, so I make all this. So let me talk about how we were very interactive in the rules trading room. So we were explaining mostly bar by bar what is really happening here. When we see the bars here, look at this. We have 38 with a good 39, right? So that was the first breakout here above the 33, right? But then leaving a micro gap open. So there is bull pressure here. Then you see 40, you start to see sellers above bar. 40, 41, right? You have 42. And then spike. 43, spike. Left the micro gap open, and then sellers above bars. 44, 45, 46, 47 FBO. Also consecutive doji bars, not doji bars, but bull bars with FBOs. So there was some kind of bull pressure, right? But in 5 minutes it was hard to sit, but because you see sellers above bars here, and this is really dangerous for the seller, because in some way, they continue being trapped. They continue being trapped. Let's say slowly trapped. It's kind of a slowly trap, continuous trap that they're getting until they say, well, it's not gonna revert. I need to get out, right? So So when we have these sellers above bars, sellers above bars, sellers above bars, you see there here. So FBO, previous bar, FBO, most of them closing above the half of the bar, which is good, But we have a bear bar here after five bull bars and was both H1. So micro channel L1 both. This is a healthy trend. So it's a tight channel still. The second leg. So this is the breakout leg one. Pull back, fail below. So we find bulls below the 48, and then another spike. Then you have 52. This 52, and this is important. We have L1 here, 52 is a L2. So what's happened in this field too? If we see here, this is there is a kind of high here. We see here, right? So this is L2, L1, this is L2, basically. When it comes here, already have more than 10 points, something like that. So it was a 4787. And here we have 480. So we see here is a rounded number, right? So here there was a kind of resistance, momentary resistance. So that's why you see here sellers, 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 sellers. So 52 tries to go down, even didn't test this close, right? So you see here is a kind of TTR, and then when this failed, this L2, or we can say that it's another H1, was breaking out here in 53, despite the tail above, it closes up above the half of the bar, breaking out 52. So this 53 is basically a new breakout. So we have one breakout here, leaving a micro gap, second breakout here, and this is a confirmation, the breakout of the failed wedge here. So leg one, pull back, leg two, breakout, right? Here we leaving a micro gap, and there sellers starting to desist, right? To say, well, this is not going where I want to. So this is these bars here really make the sellers exit, and then it's a good size of bars to say for the bullers, say, well, I'm gonna take some profit here. So one, two legs down or sideways of taking profit, and then we have an H2 here, 59, and that's what you need to think. And I was telling people this is a L2, 58. So what was my management here? I put my stop below 56. I put my stop below 52 after 53 and goes up, right? Because we don't want, this is a L2, we don't want bars below 52 after this try to break out up. So it will be a kind of OB here, and it was a reversal. So I put in my stop here below 52, and then we have this. And in this case, we have L1 didn't bother me 56. Sometimes you can buy more here. It's kind of in the middle of this previous spike, so you can buy more here for scalp and get out up here. But then the 58 closing almost in the minimum, in the low, that scares me, to be honest. But then I put my stop below 56 and say, well, let's see if 59 is gonna test closes of 56 and fail. when you are in a strong trend, you need to L1 or L2 fail. 58 has followed through, and that but at the same time I say, well, this is a doji. Let me wait for it. It was very close to my stop, so let me hit it. So and let's see what's happening. And then we got that wonderful bar, 60. And just and at this time I say, well, this is just about to keep going up. Another micro gap here. So you see here, spike, leaving micro gap, spike, leaving micro gap, spike, leaving micro gap, spike, leaving another micro gap. That's bull pressure, and that's the way um, you need to identify how to make your management. That's really helpful. So H2 bull flag or L2 fail setup. This usually makes a measure move up and goes there. Basically, it's that. But for timing reasons, I get out hitting 65 for the ES, and I let my exit for the ES here was hit in the in the tick. Let's see that way. In the mass you see here. So couple of entries. I get out from this here and just let hit it there in the low of a big one with almost 40 points. It was just one tick for 40 points when I hit it there in market. So and then I need to get out because for personal reasons, but it was amazing day, and this swing here really saved my day because with the mistake that I made, I almost get back all what I won at the beginning of the day. So to summarize my day, I made more than 70 trades, 70 trades. Let me see here. How much were? Let me see my results. It's today, right? So let me see. Oh, this is the P&L. Here, you see, 70 trades. I have a very nice profit trades, 75%. We have a profit factor, amazing profit factor, 2.81. This is what we need to really care. More than 2 in profit factor, at least 40% here, and you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay with that, right? So we had most consecutive winner 5, most consecutive loser 4 or 5. Yeah, something 4, say that way, right? And you see when I winning trade was 15 points, the losing trade was 12 points, but I have just on 11 winning trades, right? That's essentially so this is 6 trades more than I usually does. I usually does 10 to 11 trades per day in Emini, so I did more this time. So that was something that perhaps this 6 trade in the loss side was the one that made me get out of my average of number of trades. Well, that's it, guys. Please, if you like this video, it was totally transparent what happened with me today, and the good trades that I made, the bad trades, the management that especially is the most important thing. You can reduce your losses. That's the strategy, guys. You need to reduce your losses when you lose. When you win, you need to win huge, as I did today. So You see here 30 points trade in ES, in mini, and 40-point trade in micros. That's amazing. Never did that before. That's the first time. So that's what we're looking for. Swings are the key for the consistency. Record that because that's true. Today, those swings save my day and make it very, very profitable. I almost break out my record. My record was 2,277. I made 2,241 today. So it was closed. And well, I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching me. Please give me your like, and then if you think that this is something that could be useful for other traders, please share it. Be free and share it. The idea is to help everyone to be consistent in a short time possible. Thank you.